How are you doing, guys? This is Querbit. This is another episode of World of Tanks, and upon request, um, I believe this is. I'm not too sure, but I think that is my first American tank video. I am relatively excited still about that gameplay. I shot that 2 hours ago or something, but I mean, I managed to score all right, not too much, not too less, but I found the gameplay itself was pretty interesting because I had a one-on-one, and then you will see. A few words on the tank. It is the American Tier 8 heavy tank T32. Overall, I am after playing, the Tiger 2 and the VK4502 Ausführung A and the IS-3. I believe this is the weakest Tier 8 heavy tank. It doesn't play too well. I mean, if you get used to it, it handles well and all the rest of it, no doubt about it. But well, I think I can do a direct comparison because I have them all, the Tier 8 heavy tanks, and I think the the T32 is the weakest of them, and actually it yeah, well, it's a close-up match, if you like. So it's a close-up match with the VK 4502 Ausführung A, definitely. But nevertheless, it still is able to pack a punch. In a situation where you can play hull down, it is a very strong opponent and does very well. But oh well. I just like the Tiger 2 and the IS-3 more. That, end of story. But this gameplay turned out to be very good and very successful for me. But you will see yourself. I was up against a relatively well coordinated team, as as far as coordination in a random battle goes, but yeah, I didn't get the feeling that the most of the members of my team actually knew what they were doing, other than taking care of their own business and give a shit on the team. But oh well. So that is the kind of fun I am looking forward in World of Tanks. That's me against a another tank in a one-on-one battle. That is the fun right there, and not the fucking camping and the lame ass RT support. That is what World of Tanks should be all about, tanks fighting each other. Yeah, I mean, okay, I was in a relatively good position here. The IS is a tier 7 and I am sitting in a tier 8. Yeah, I know, but bam. Oh yeah, that is fun right there. So, after that, soon after that happened, I had an eye on the one line, on the other flank basically, and I saw that they were losing there. So decision was made. I go back and try to defend as good as possible. As you can see on the other flank, they were outnumbering our mates, so someone needed to happen on the defensive side. And as the main defending tanks or classes, whatever you would like to call it, the tank destroyers, were in the middle of some effort to do a Rambo run, you know, I said, okay, I go back. No bother, guys. But anyway, I wasn't too unhappy about it, because I'm feeling not too convenient in the T32, and you know, having these the opportunity to hide behind these wee hills here gives me a better feeling when playing this tank. I have the feeling that was different in the T29 actually, but I have the feeling the American tanks are pretty vulnerable. I don't know what that is, but I don't know. It's just a feeling. I like to be able to hide. So that is a wee bit support for them guys. So I had in mind the other flank was, you know, they cut through the other flank. So I decided, okay, you know, someone needs to cover that and try the best. We'll see how that works out. There is a VK 4502 Ausführung A. That is my first round in it. Oh shit, there's a KV and a Tiger P as well. It's not too good for me here. But this guy hopefully learned the lesson not to ignore a heavy tank again. The Tiger P. It doesn't matter in which tank I am, even if I'm in a tier 10 tank, I shoot the turret of the Tiger because it has a 200mm armor, excuse me, on the Tiger P of course. It has a 200mm armor, and that is serious shit. I mean, you really need to have a decent gun to be able to penetrate that. I usually go for the side of the turret. You know, I also prefer the, you know, the front of the turret, the front part. But if I'm close up, I try to get that commander's cupola or whatever you call that. You know, the turret where that is the vulnerable spot there. I shot it once already, twice. So that is the attacking tanks down. And also the video ends quite soon. I had a blast, to be honest. I was actually, after 2 or 3 weeks having that tank, the first situation where I said, yeah, that tank rocks, man. And I really enjoyed that game. I really did. And yeah, I hope you find it alright as well. Leave me a comment if you have a question or, you know, stuff like that. That leaves me with the usual. See you later, peeps.